Okay, what I want to do, I want to go back to D2L. Okay, let me share that with you. All right. Let's go to the content tab here. Weeks 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I'm already there. Let's go down to sample drawing. All right. So what we're going to do initially is to lay out this main title right here. Okay. And I have a template for that. Okay. We're going to lay out the main title template for the marble floor pattern. And then we're going to lay out the guidelines for all of this text of the line type exercise. Okay. So let us start with the main title. Let's start with the main title. All right. Good. Let's go to table of contents as I try to navigate around here. Okay, table of contents. Okay, let's go to course resources right here. And drawing templates here. Okay, and let's open up the main title PDF. Okay. Now, the main title consists of a circle at 3/4 of an inch in diameter. That means, so you're gonna need your circle template. Hopefully everybody has a circle template today. Okay, so the main title consists of a circle template, okay, and pardon me, a circle, and that circle is divided in half. The upper number here is the drawing number, and the bottom number here is the sheet on which the drawing is drawn. Okay. And then we're going to have a drawing title. And in our case, it's going to be a marble floor pattern. And we have our scale here. And our scale is going to be 1 inch equals a foot. Okay, so that's where you find the main title template. So I'm going to stop sharing here. Okay. So hopefully everybody is seeing my board right now. Good, as it comes into focus. Good. So that main title is 3/4 of an inch in diameter. So we need to find, okay, we need to find the 3/4 of an inch circle. Okay, where is it? Here it is right here. Okay. 3/4 of an inch, right there. So that's going to be our circle. So now I need to position this main title under the drawing, and what I kind of want, I want the main title to be kind of centered horizontally, below the actual drawing itself. So 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to position mine right about here. Okay.
Are you just randomly putting it there? You're not.
Yes, I am. I'm not giving it a specific dimension. I want you to look at the look at the sample drawing, and see where it's relative, how it's located there, and make yours relative to that location. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. So its final location is really up to you, but I'm just giving you a suggested location. How about that? Again, I'm trying to get it centered between horizontally on here. So I can start over here. I'm gonna start with 3/4 of an inch here. And what I'm going to do, okay, I'm just going to make a circle first. Well, actually, I need to give myself a little line, a little dot there. Then I'm going to make this circle with construction lines. And I made myself a little reference dot so I can see where my horizontal line should be. Okay. And that's how we're going to lay out the main title. I wouldn't worry about the length of this line here, because after we lay out the guidelines for the text, that's going to determine how long this line should be. Okay. So I'm going to let you go ahead and lay out that main title for me. The construction lines. Good. All right. So now I'm just going to slide my camera over here and try to get it in position where I need it to be. Good. Yeah. We can work with that. All right. So now, what we're about to do is to lay out all the guidelines for this text that we're going to write below each of these lines, right? We have, okay? We're going to lay out all the guidelines first. All the way down. All the way down. Okay? So, yeah. So now let's see how we're going to do that. Okay, now, from so how all right, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, from this space here, it's going to be 1/8 of an inch. Okay, 1/8 of an inch. The text is going to be 1/8 of an inch high. Of course, the space between is going to be 1/16, because when I have a multiple line note, the space between is always 1/2 the height of a note itself. So the note itself is 1/8, 1/16 space, and 1/8 text. Okay, so I'm going to lay out those guidelines now. Of course, I'm going to lay it out with using my full-size scale.
Mr. Williams, do you mind
Yes.
of writing the spacing on that sheet of paper?
Say it again.
Do you mind writing the space between the construction lines on the sheet that you just showed us?
Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, but then I'll write it as well. Okay. All right. Here's what I. Oh, here we go. Here's what I said. Okay. From. Okay. You see that space there?
Yes.
Okay, that space is going to be 1/8 of an inch at full size scale. See that? Good. And then the text itself is going to be 1/8 of an inch. Okay. And then this space between the text is going to be 1/16. I was going to illustrate it to you in a few minutes, but I can write it as well. Okay. Okay. And then this text here is 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so now let's just do it together. If you have a question, you can ask me. Okay, so I'm coming over here with my full size scale. Hope you can see that. Okay, good. So I need to provide a 1/8 of an inch space, and I got the wrong pencil. Let me use my 2H. Where's my? There it is. Okay. Okay, so this space here is 1/8 of an inch. Okay, I keep picking up the wrong. Where is mine? There it is. Good gracious. Okay. So I want mechanical pencil. I finally got it. Okay, so now let's come over here. 1/8 of an inch space. Okay. Then I'm going to draw my first guideline. Good. Now, this text here is 1/8 of an inch in height. Okay, so another 1/8 here. Okay. The space between borderline and 0.7H, that space right here, okay, 1/16. So good. And then 0.7H is 1.7H here. 0.7H here is 1/8 of an inch in height as well. Okay, so another 1/8. Okay, so now let's see what I just did. All right. Line, 1/8 of an inch space, then 1/8 of an inch high text, 1/16 space, 1/8 of an inch high text. So border would be written right in there, and 0.07 would be written within those two guidelines. Do we understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Angelina, does that help you?
Yes, it did.
Okay, wonderful. So now what we're going to do, we're going to continue to work down, okay, and lay out all the text. Okay, so, pardon me, not the text, so lay out all the guidelines. So our next series of guidelines is for the words object line and 0.07H. So it's just going to be the same scenario. Here's my line. Here's my line. I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch space. Okay. Then 1/8 of an inch high text. One 1/16 space again. One-eighth of an inch high text. I believe you got it now, okay?
Are we making like the same size lines on each box?
Yes, yes. The only thing that's going to be different, probably in terms of spacing, is when you get down to the dimension line here and the extension line. This distance here is going to be a little different, right? It's not going to be 1/8 of an inch. It's going to be greater than 1/8 of an inch because we have these vertical extension lines that we have to be below. But other than that, it's going to be the same, right? 1/8, 1/8, 1/16, 1/8, 1/8, 1/16, 1/8. Okay. When you get here, I'm going to show you how you can do that if you need my help. Any other questions as we continue?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get those guidelines in there. Awesome. And if you notice, I wasn't too concerned about, trying to get the guidelines in terms of the length of the guidelines, right? I just kind of went through, right? Because again, if you make these guidelines, if you make them light enough, and you should make them light enough because you will not have the opportunity to erase them after you do the text. So you must make the guidelines light enough so they will not reproduce when you make your reproductions. So I'm just going to continue to work down to with you. Okay? I'm just going to work down. Okay, let's go to, where am I here? I'm here at these hidden lines. So I need 1/8, 1/8, 1/16, 1/8. Okay. That's what I need. One eighth, 1/8. I need 1/16. One eighth. One eighth, 1/16. Nope. 1/8, 1/8. Okay. Need another 1/8 right here. Actually, I need 1/16. 1/16. 1/8.
You have to speak up. We can't hear you whispering.
Oh, because I was just, I thought you was watching me, but I really wasn't speaking for you. I was speaking for myself, but that's okay. I'll speak up. Okay, but now this is where I want to give you instructions, okay? Because all the other lines are the same, okay? 1/8, 1/8, 1/16, 1/8. Okay, it doesn't change until we get here. Until we get here, okay? Now, I need the first guideline to be below these vertical extension lines. So let's see what I'm going to make it. Yours may be a little different. All depends on the length of your vertical lines here, your extension lines. Okay. Okay, but if I make my first one 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. See that? I'm making it 1/4 of an inch. Right there. Okay. Good. So that gets me well below. That gets me well below that extension line. So from here to here, I make that 1/4 of an inch at full size scale. Then I need 1/8 of an inch. Okay. And I need a space between, which spaces between the text is always going to be 1/16. Okay. And then I need 1/8 of an inch text. Okay, so let's see what I did. From my dimension line to the first line of my guideline here, I made that distance 1/4 of an inch at full size scale. And from here to here, 1/8. This space here, 1/16. From here to there, 1/8. Okay. We also have this break line. We also have this break line here. Let's see what I need to do with that. I think I can. It all depends on the size of your break right here, right? I mean, what's that? Good. All depends on the height of your break. But if I did the same thing here, if I made it, the distance from this actual break here, this line here, to my first guideline, if I make that a quarter of an inch, I think I'm going to clear it pretty good. Yeah, I made it a quarter of an inch. Oh, let's go back to here. Because here I have 3 lines, don't I? I have 3 lines instead of 2 lines. This line of text here, this line of text here, this line of text there. So now I got to go back up here, okay? And I have to add another line. So 1/16 space between and 1/8 of an inch. Good. All right. So now I have three lines of text. 1, 2, 3, with 1/16 in between. Good. So now I can go back to the break line. From here to there, I made it 1/4 of an inch. All right. So I need to go now 1/8 of an inch. 1/16 space between. Okay, and then I need to go another 1/8 for the other line of text. Okay. Bring this down a little bit more now, like this. We're almost at the end. That's good. Okay, that's good right there. All right. So these 2 lines here, okay, they represent the guidelines for this 1/4 of an inch high text. That's what it represents. Okay, here 1/4 of an inch. All right. So this could be a little confusing because all these lines are like, but this is. I'm just going to write. I'm just going to write the 1 in lightly, so you see what I'm talking about. 1. Good. So now, so that 1 would be that one right here. All right. So now, below that, I need 1/8 of an inch space, and then 1/8 of an inch text. Then I need 1/16 space again. And 1/8 of an inch text. Okay. All right. That brings us down to the construction line that we're doing right here, right? This construction line, okay? It's going to be the same scenario, okay? Bottom of this construction line, 1/8 of an inch space, 1/8 of an inch text, 1/16 space, 1/8 of an inch. So here we go at the bottom here. 1/8 space, 1/8 text. Okay, then I need 1/16 space and 1/8 text. All righty. All right, so that brings us down to the leader line. Let's see. I need this to clear. So can I do one? Yeah, good. I can do the same thing here, all right? So here I am. So from here, I'm going to provide a 1/8 of an inch space here. Okay. So I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch. Let's do it this way. 1/8 of an inch space and then 1/8 of an inch text. It's cool. All right. And that should still clear that. Good. Okay. Then almost done with it. 1/16 space. And then 1/8 of an inch high text. Okay, that completes drawing all the guidelines for the line type exercise. Does anybody need me to go back and repeat something?
I'm good.
I got a little confused under
Okay.
the break line.
Okay,
I
cool.
just messed up which line I'm supposed to be looking at.
Okay, let's go back to that. Okay, can you see my lines here, right? Here's the break line, of course. So from here, from this line of the break line to your first guideline there, make that 1/4 of an inch at full size scale. Why don't you go ahead and do
So
that?
I did that, and then I did the 1/8,
1/8.
1/16, and then the 1/8 again. But
Okay,
after
good.
that, that's where I got lost.
I got you, because when you look at this sample here, we have 3 lines of text for this one as opposed to 2 for the others. So it's going to be 1/8, right? 1/16, 1/8, 1/16, and 1/8 again, because we have 3 lines of text as opposed to 2. So I believe you can see it here, okay? A line, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16, 1/8, 1/16, 1/8. Does that help you?
I actually am confused from the breakdown line and under that.
Oh, the break line. I'm sorry. Whew. Okay. For the break line, we only have 2 lines of text, right? Okay. So now here's what I did. Okay. From, you said break line. I don't know why I went to the dimension line. But anyway, the break line here, right? So from this line here, the break line to here, I made it 1/4 of an inch. Because I need this guideline to clear that break symbol right there. That's why I made it from here to here 1/4 as opposed to 1/8 that we use for the others. So from here to here is 1/8, and then this is, pardon me, from here to here is 1/4. Then we have 1/8, 1/16, and 1/8 again. And I know it's kind of confusing because it's kind of getting into where it's getting into this guideline here for the text. So it could be kind of confusing there. Does it help you with the break line?
Yes. So when it says 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay,
that
now.
is
Okay,
1/4.
Okay, all right, good. Now, this text here is 1/4 of an inch in height. Okay, that's why I added the 1 here. I kind of sketched it in so you see where the actual numbers are going to be located. Let me see if I can slide this over just a little bit more. So that's why I came in and I wrote a 1 in here just so that you could see where where the numbers are going to be added. I'll do it again.
So where is your last 1/8 line?
Where's my last?
Yeah, for the break line, and then
Okay.
it's the 0.728. What's
Okay.
the amount of lines after?
Okay. All right. Here, okay. Break line, 1/4, right? 1/8, 1/16, and 1/8. I think the eighth is just a little big, so I think that maybe that's what's confusing you. Let me erase that out because it's a little bit too. It's a little bit too wide for 1/8 of an inch. So let me make it truly 1/8 of an inch, and that might be a little better for you. Okay. So 1/4, 1/8, 1/16. Now I need to do another eighth. Okay. I'm gonna start that over because that looks crazy. It looks crazy to me. Okay. All right, let's start over with that. So from this line of the break, I'm gonna come down 1/4 of an inch. Okay, good. I'm gonna draw a horizontal line. Okay. Good. Then from that line, I'm going to come down 1/8 of an inch and draw another horizontal line. Okay, good. You with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, from that line right here, I'm going to come down 1/16 and draw another line. 1/16. Okay, good. And then from that line, I'm going to come down 1/8 of an inch and draw another line. And that should be it. I know that this, now I'm not even going to say that. Okay, good. So now that brings us to here. These two guidelines here, which are actually here. Okay. That's why I put the 1 in there, because this is the first guideline. Second guideline is 1/4 of an inch down because this text is 1/4 of an inch high. And then from the bottom of that guideline, I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch space, then 1/8 of an inch text, 1/16 space, and 1/8 of an inch text. Angelina, is that helpful to you?
Yeah, so line is now 1/8 and then 1/16 and 1/8 again.
Yep, always. That really doesn't change. When you have two lines of text, right? The space between is always going to be half the text height. So we're actually putting in this 1/8 of an inch high text. So any space between multiple lines is going to be in this case 1/16. Okay, let's move on to the scale size, to the scale exercise. And Angelina, if you have a question, I'll come back to you, okay?
You said we're moving on to the scale, Mr. Williams?
Yes,
Cool,
yes, we are.
cool.
Yep, we're moving on to the scale exercise. Let me slide my camera over. Let me get it back up in here. Okay, let's do this. Now, I'm not going to do all of these with you, okay? But I'm gonna show you how you're going to do the first three lines. There we go. Good. Now, here's the exercise. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Good. Now, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to draw this, I'm going to call it left justification line, this vertical line right here, because you see how the text is indented right there, all the way down, okay? That indentation is 1/8 of an inch. So that's what we're going to do first, okay? Over here, okay. And from this vertical line, we're going to go 1/8 of an inch and give ourselves our reference point. And I really made the reference point too dark. Yours is not going to be that dark, okay? And we're going to draw that line all the way down. Let me get this right there, all the way down. Good. So if I was to just sketch that, what I just did, from this vertical line to where this text starts there, that distance, I made it 1/8 of an inch. That's what I did. Okay. And that's going to be your left margin or your left justification all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and do that?
Should it be solid or dotted?
No, these are all construction lines, solid construction lines. All you're doing is giving yourself, you're establishing a left margin. Because again, this text is indented from this vertical line. And I'm saying that space right there, that space is 1/8 of an inch. I know, okay, I see what you said there. It looks like it's dotted here, but it shouldn't be dotted. No, that should be a continuous construction line. And of course, I made mine too dark there.
We're doing it through the whole length, right?
That's right. You bring it down, and you're going to start here at length equals 4 inches, and you're going to bring it all the way down to length equals 2 feet 10.5 inches, all the way down. Because you have text all the way down, right?
So we're just doing that line right now, right, Mr. Williams?
Right? Because
Okay.
I was just trying to give you a chance to do it.
Okay.
I assume that everybody has it done. All right, so now we're going back to the top to our length equals 4 inches line. Okay, now we know that all the text, right, is going to be 1/8 of an inch high. Okay, 1/8, 1/8. You know that because all notes and dimensions for architectural drawings are 1/8 of an inch high, right? And these are notes. Okay, look now. So here's what you're going to have: 1/8 of an inch high text, then 1/16 space. Line, 1/16 space, 1/8 of an inch high text. Okay. I'm gonna show you right now, and then I will repeat it again. Okay. I'm starting with this line right here. Okay. I need a space here. That space is going to be 1/16. Okay. Okay. 1/16 space. Okay. Good. And then I have 1/8 of an inch high text. So from that line, I'm going to measure up 1/8 of an inch. Okay. To repeat, okay, line, 1/16 space, 1/8 of an inch high text. Okay. Same thing below the line. Okay. I need 1/16 space. All right, and then I have 1/8 of an inch text again. Okay. I'm going to do 2 more with you together. Okay. All right, so now I'm down to my second line. Same scenario. Here's my line. I need a space there, 1/16 space. Okay. Line, 1/16 space, 1/8 high text. Below the line, 1/16 space, 1/8 of an inch high text. Okay, so let's do the upper one right now. Upper one. Okay, 1/16 space. Okay, 1/8 of an inch high text. All righty. Below the line, same thing below the line. 1/16 space, 1/8 high text. There we go. 1/8, 1/16 line, 1/16, 1/8. Okay. I'm gonna do one more, and then you're gonna do the rest of on your own. Okay, here's my line. I need, let's just do the upper line first. I need 1/16 space, And I need 1/8 of an inch high text. So now I'm below the line. 1/16 space again. And 1/8 of an inch high text. Okay, I did those three with you. So the others, I'm sure you can work independently and do on your own, all the way down. Okay, now we're going to talk about laying out the guidelines for the main title. And we know that the main title only consists of, as shown on the screen here, a circle with a line. Okay, we're going to be drawing text in this half of the circle and text in the bottom half of the circle. So all text is what? 1/8 of an inch in height. All right, so, and I want this text to be kind of centered vertically and horizontally. So here's what we're going to do. If you simply do this, it'll be pretty cool. Okay, if you can see that. Okay, here's my line here. I need to write text in here. This text needs to be 1/8 of an inch high. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start here. I'm going to go. I'm going to actually go 1/16. 1/16. And then 1/8. See what I did there? Line, 1/16, 1/8. And that kind of gets that text centered vertically within the upper half of that circle. So I'm just going to draw my guidelines for that. If you refer back to the main title template in course resources, it has all the dimensions that you need to actually put this text in. Okay, but I'm just going to show you without making reference to it. Okay, good. So I made the first guidelines for the text that's going to go here, which is going to be the drawing of the exercise, the drawing exercise number. Okay, now I'm going to have also a note in the lower half of this text, lower half of the circle. All right, so I'm going to go do the same thing. I'm going to go 1/16. And I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch. Okay, let's see, we can reiterate, okay? Line, 1/16, 1/8. Line, 1/16, 1/8. Now, above the line, you're going to actually write the description of the exercise, which is marble floor pattern. Marble floor pattern is 1/4 of an inch in height. But the first thing we got to do just let me erase some of these guidelines out right here. So the first thing we're going to do, where's my brush? Okay. We want to locate it horizontally from this point of the circle. In other words, I'm going to come over here 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to draw a vertical line. And that's where the M of the marble pattern marble floor pattern is going to start. So come over here.
Hey, Mr. William.
Yes.
What's the size of the circle?
Okay. The size of the circle is 3/4 of an inch.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Okay. Again, if you go back to course templates and you look at the main title PDF, it's going to give you that information as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. So now I need a left margin. Okay, so for the word marble. So I'm coming over here. You see that? Good. 1/4 of an inch. Good. I'm going to draw a vertical line for my left margin for the letter M. That's where M is going to start from. Good. Good. Now, again, marble floor pattern goes on top of the line, on top of this line here. So again, we're going to keep our spacing 1/16, 1/16, right? So from the line to the bottom of the M, to the bottom of the M is 1/16 above the line, and then this text is going to be 1/4 of an inch. Again, as you make reference to the template drawing, you'll see that. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to draw 1/4 of an inch here. And 1/4 of an inch there. All right, so again, line, 1/16, 1/4 text. Now, below the line is going to be the scale. It's going to indicate the scale of this assignment. So we already have this space here at 1/16, right? And actually, see this, the height of scale is 1/8 of an inch. So we didn't really have to do anything here. All we got to do is take this line here and extend it over like this.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
how high do you want that construction line, the vertical line?
It doesn't matter. If you keep it light enough, you don't have to worry about it. Okay. You mean the height here?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't even, just make it light enough, because if you make it light enough again, when we make your reproduction, it will not reproduce. Okay.
And then how far do you want from the circle?
Okay, good. From this part of the circle to that vertical line, horizontally is 1/4 of an inch. See that? 1/4, full size scale.
So the bottom line is 1/16 from,
Correct.
and then what is the next line measurement?
Okay. Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the 1/4 scale right here?
Yes, so it is.
Yeah. So it's the line, 1/16, and then 1/4.
And then it goes like that from the underneath part too?
Absolutely.
Or does that
Absolutely.
change?
Yeah. No, it doesn't change. It does change, because now it's 1/16 and 1/8. Okay.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. There we go. I'll be right back. All righty. I think we can move on. Can we move on?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So now, good. I want everybody to make reference to this handout right here. Okay? Make reference to this because you should have chosen, pardon me, one of these styles, either the extended or the triangle one. Okay? So please make reference to that because now we're about to letter. And we're going to start with the line type exercise.
We're still gonna use the 2H.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about it
Okay.
in a minute. Okay, in a minute. Now, I want to ask somebody, what lead do we use for lettering? H or 2H?
H.
H lead, right?
H letter.
So hopefully everybody has H lead in their lead holder. H lead. Hopefully you went to the Canton, the Stanton bookstore and you got H lead here. Okay. So H lead should be in your lead holder. Okay. So now I want you to make this lettering the best lettering you've ever done in your entire life. Okay? Even though we've only practiced a couple times. All right. So now we're going to start with the borderline. Okay? And we're going to write the word borderline. And then we're going to write 0.7H. Okay? We're just describing this line and the lead which we use to draw it. Okay? So we're going to write these two lines of text. So hopefully you have your H lead in your lead holder. Okay. I'm just going to do the first one with you. And you're going to do the others on your own. Okay. I'm doing the first one with you because I want to make sure that you write these words in the right line. Okay. Now, I have a sweaty palm, so what I do, I typically put up a piece of paper on top. So when I'm, let me just, so that when I'm lettering, I don't have my sweaty palm on my line work. Okay. So I just take another piece of paper, put it over here like this. And I rest my hand on that. That's what I do. All right. So let's get back to where we were. Good. All right. So now we're gonna write the word borderline. Best text ever. Make sure that you are mimicking, replicating your design style, please. Okay, all right.
So can you give us an example how you're gonna do it? So which
Yep.
line? Okay.
Yep, I'm going to show you right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So here we are. We have a space, right? Here's a space. So what I'm saying, do not write in the space. Some people get confused with that. Do not write in the space. You're going to write your text between this guideline and that guideline, okay? And then you have a left margin, right? This is where you're going to start. Okay, and you see how I'm using the full extent of the guideline. That's the only way. Guidelines are designed to control the height of lettering. So the top of the letter must touch the top of the guideline. The bottom of the letter must touch the bottom. That's the only way that you can control the height. Okay, must touch. Okay, so now we're going to write the word order. Now you see where I wrote the line, right? The words borderline, okay? Then I have a space. So now I need to write 0.7, pardon me, 0.7H, okay? Second line. I'm making sure these letters touch the top and bottom of the guidelines. And they don't go beyond. Good. Okay, let's do the next one. Object line. Touch top and bottom. Okay, got it. Make sure that you're making reference to your dimension, your text style, and you're trying to mimic each letter. When you letter, you have to use a definite pressure to the point of the pencil to make the lettering dark. The lettering should be as dark as your secondary lines. So that means you have to bear down harder than what you think. All right, and you have to be deliberate about it. See, I'm being very deliberate. Okay. What's that next line? 0.7. Okay, I'm being very, very deliberate. There. Good. I'm bearing down. I'm going to keep going. And I have a system here, right? I try to make my D's one way, my E's another way, right? And as you're mimicking that style, that's what you need to do. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch to my point 0.728 here. Again, I'm bearing down harder than what you think I am.
We can't see what you're doing anymore.
Oh, that's because I'm below on it. Okay, I'm just doing the same thing. That's all. Can you see that now? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, and then you guys can continue. Okay. Let's do the secondary line. And again, I'm making sure that I'm using the guidelines to the full extent that the letters are touching the top and touching the bottom. Okay, I see I need to add another secondary line, another guideline in there, okay? So let me erase that out. Okay, Where's my brush? Okay, I need a 16th space. Eighth of an inch high text. Okay, so now I can continue with my text. Secondary line, 0.7. Okay, I believe you got it now.
So if there's not enough room to write line, we write LN for all of
Yes,
them?
yes, sir. Just like I did there. And look at the example here. You just like the example did.
Oh, I didn't see that. All right, thank you.
No problem. Make it your best lettering ever.
How will you do the dimension line? Is the same thing as the other ones, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like since we have like a whole bunch of lines for the dimension one.
Yeah. Just
So-
you have 3 lines of text, and you should have 3 lines of guidelines, right?
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Williams, Mr. Williams,
Yes.
I have a question. So
Uh-huh.
if I'm writing in the extended form and I have to write one half, do I not draw the line in the middle?
Okay. If you're doing the extended. Okay, hold on. Now I understand what you're saying. Okay. You're doing the extended one. Now, what's your question?
For one half and 3/4, do I not draw the line like on the sheet of the extended is showing?
Draw the line. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Draw the line, please. Yes. And this goes for everybody as well, okay? When you're drawing those fractions, this is the only time that you can actually go a little bit beyond, have the text extend beyond the guidelines type on bottom, just to make that text more legible, just to make those fractions more legible. Okay? Because actually my guideline stops here, but the one goes a little bit beyond, okay? And the two goes a little bit beyond at the bottom. So that's when you have a license to do that, right? So that the fractions don't become too small. Record that. Okay, good. So now, I made the same mistake there. I made a mistake there. Let's see. Oh. Let me get my pencils back. Okay, cool. Let me get my pencils back. All right, so good. Let me get myself together here. Break line, yeah, that, okay. And then these two lines there, that. Okay, and then this is the construction, this is the actual construction line. And then I need to go here. Yeah. This is where that line should be, right? Yeah, okay. All right, because I made a mistake too. I put the I wrote the word construction in the space line, not within the guidelines. So I made that mistake. So let me help you with that. Okay. All right there. Okay. So, all right. So now here's what's happening. Okay. Okay. Now,
I can't actually see the paper.
I'm
Could
sorry.
you
Yeah.
move the camera a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, I will. Okay. There we go. Is that better?
Yes, a lot better.
There we go. Oops. So me and the camera, we have battles all the time, but typically I win in the end. Okay, good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write the numbers in there too, okay? Because I think that'll help us. So I'm going to go ahead and write the numbers in as well, and then we get to where we need to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. On margin 1.
Yeah, because I wrote the numbers and then guidelines and then the 0.728.
Yes. So I think writing the numbers is going to help us. Okay, so now we have the numbers in. Okay, and then I'm going to write guidelines below that. I think that'll help us as well. Good. Now, okay, I want to make a slight adjustment here because I don't like how that 1/8 is looking. That 1/16 is looking. So I want to make that adjustment. I actually need 1/16. That's,
And the line that you just drew, was that 1/16?
yes. Okay, so here we go. 1/4, 1/8, 1/8, 1/16, 1/8. Okay. Now, so now we're down to the actual construction line, and there we go. There we go. Good. So before I made a mistake. See, I wrote the word, I lettered the word construction in the space, but I shouldn't. It should be down here. Okay. So I'm just gonna write the word construction in the right place now.
So are you skipping over 2 spaces of 1/8?
I'm going to show you once. I think once I finish writing in here, you'll be able to see it. Okay, now this is how it should be. Okay. Now, here is the actual construction line. See that right there? Then 1/8 of an inch space, and then I'll write the word construction at 1/8 of an inch high. Then 1/16, then 1/8 of an inch for 0.72 inch. Do you see it now?
Yes, now I understand.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you see why I made my mistake before. I actually wrote the word construction where the space is, and I should have done that. Okay, and then that takes us down to the end. So I might as well just go ahead and do the end of it. Okay, if you're finished all the lettering for the line type exercise, right here. So now we're going to move to the scale exercise. But it's the same scenario. Yep. It's the same thing that we did before. So as we are starting the scale, starting to letter, that is a scale exercise, we're just going to be replicating the length and the scale in which the line was drawn, just like it is here. Okay. So we're going to start with our first line. Let me retract this a little bit so I don't break my point. And again, I'm using the guidelines to their full extent in an effort to keep all my lettering the same height. semicolon here. Good. Then next one is length. Again, I'm being very deliberate when lettering, and I'm using a definite pressure to the point of my pencil. Also, don't let your H-leg get too dull, because then it'll start to make the lettering heavier than what it needs to be. So you want to keep a medium thickness to your to the point of your H-leg when lettering. Okay. I think that gives you a good indication of what you need to do. Okay, so now I'm recording. What I said was, let me share this with you. Good. What I said, if we went to the table of contents, okay, and you come to course materials, and you open up the drawing assignment list, this is showing you the title block information. For example, for assignment number 1, the drawing title is going to be line types and scales. The drawing number is going to be BD-1, and the scale is going to be as noted. Okay. And then we went to the sample drawing. Good. So we see that we're about to actually add the lettering to the main title here. This is going to be exercise number 1. It's on BD-1. the drawing title is marble floor, and the scale is scale colon a 1 inch dash 1 inch equals 1 foot 0 inches. 1 apostrophe dash 0 inches. Okay, good. And then we're probably going to work on the title block on Wednesday. But again, this is the drawing title here, line types and scales. Okay, this is just a course identifier. Okay, drawing number is still going to be BD-1, and scale goes here as noted. Okay, and then when you complete it on Wednesday, you're going to put Wednesday's date here, and then you're going to provide your first initial and your last name here. Typically, when you do it professionally, you put your just your initials. But for class purposes, I want you to put your first initial and your last name here in the drawn by column. Okay, so now I can stop sharing there, and let's go back to my board. All right, so here we are at the main title, and we're about to letter it. We're gonna letter it, and then we'll do the secondary lines for the circle and the line. We're gonna letter it first. Okay, so according to the sample drawing, on this sheet, this is exercise number 1. So we're gonna write 1 here, it's kind of center. Good, see that 1? And then the sheet number is BD-1, BD-1. Okay, BD-1. And then the drawing title is marble.
Mr. Williams,
Oh,
for the line,
hold on 1 second. Yes.
for the line that's between the marble floor and the scale, that's going to be darker, correct?
Yes, we're gonna make it a secondary line in a few minutes. Okay, but I wanted to write the text first so that you could know how long to make the line. Okay, you'll see what I mean in a few minutes. All right, so now I'm gonna write the word. I'm gonna write scale here. Okay. Scale semicolon, not semicolon. Okay. 1 inch equals 1 foot. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the circle and the line just a secondary line. So all that it needs to be, secondary line. So I need my circle template. Three-quarters of an inch diameter circle. Whoops. Okay, camera had a little accident here. Good. We can still see it. Good. 3/4 of an inch diameter circle. So there it is. Okay, I'm going to line up those quadrant points again. Okay. I think what I want to do, I want to lighten that circle up a little bit, so I don't have any double lines. So let me just go around the perimeter. Just lighten this up a little bit. And I'm just going to make it a secondary line. Good. Good. All right. And then I'm going to make the horizontal line secondary as well. All it needs to be is a secondary line. And I made the text first so I can stop the line at the end of the text. Good. So now you see how I terminated the line at the end of R. That's where I want it to be. Okay? And of course, you're going to make your circle better than what I made my circle there. Okay, because it still should be a secondary line like that. Okay, but that's how we're going to letter and finalize the main title. Okay. Any questions about that? Hello? Anybody there?
No, Mr. William.
Okay.
No questions.
Okay. So you are going to take a picture of it, right? But then you're going to share it with me by using Google Drive. And I'll show you how to do that on Wednesday.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Are there any other questions?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you 20 minutes to straighten up and tidy up, and I will see you on Wednesday. I'm going to post this video shortly after this meeting today, so our class today, so you'll have time to, if you need a refresher, to look at different things that you might need in preparation for Wednesday's class. So with that, I'm going to say have a good afternoon, everyone, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
Okay, see you, Mr. William.
Have a good one.
Have a good day.
Have a
Take
good
care.
one.